You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning! And welcome to Hard Factor. Today is Friday, December 8th, and this is episode 1353, and it's me and Pat. That's what you got.
Oh, hey.
A couple
What's
boys.
up?
What's
Up? Just a couple boys co-hosting a show, just the two of them.
That's right. We don't have a two-man Macho Man thing going on, but it's the holiday season, so me and Pat have a bunch of awesome stories. I saw the show notes. It's going to be a good show. Also, Spotify fans and viewers, it's coming back next week. Okay, we're just going to say it. Spotify video is coming back next week, guaranteed. We're dragging our feet a little bit. It's coming back. We promise at some point next week. We'll announce the day, but it's coming back next week. Spotify video.
Isn't it fun being a listener and follower of our podcast, which just is constantly being thrown for technical loops, but we can overcome, dude. We shall overcome. That's the type of listener the Hardo Hive is, man.
One of these days, I mean, we're still growing, right? And the socials are growing. One of these days, we're all going to get back into a studio together.
That's what we're going to do. One of these days, bro. One of these days. Mark, what are you looking at this weekend, bro? How is your weekend shaping up?
I might go watch the Eagles Cowboys game with my buddy who's a Cowboys fan. I'm not too thrilled about it. I went and saw the last one with him, and we pulled that one off. But
you might go to Dallas.
No, just going to watch it at a bar probably. But I still haven't put up my Christmas tree. I don't know what's going on with that, and we're going to do some shopping for outdoor Christmas stuff too. So Christmas-themed Eagles weekend.
When did it come down, the tree?
Well, because of the new house, we decided to not bring it because it had some wear and tear. I mean, it was that one was like a $60.
It was rotting.
Tree. Yeah, that was obviously it wasn't a real tree, but that one was like a $60 tree that was up for a combined like total of over a year and a half. And we were like, yeah, let's just we got a new one that's sitting in a box out there. It's got to open.
You got your money's worth on it.
Oh yeah, I mean, think about that. Most people have it up for a month. I had it up for like 15 months, 16 months. Yeah.
And does that bug you, or you love it? Because there's something magical. Obviously, you walk into a room, the Christmas lights are on, you get a warm feeling, right? You want that feeling.
That's exactly it. And also, what it serves as is ambient light, so you don't have to have an overhead light on. You plug in the tree, you watch television, and it's magical, and it serves as a light.
Now, Mark, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but you could just get rid of overhead light in general in your life. You need shaded lamps. You got to overhead
like
lamps. Right, exactly. It's like a shaded lamp, effectively. It's moody. It's horny.
It's
the
a
Christmas
cool
tree is
lamp.
horny as fuck. Yeah, it's a cool lamp. It's a cool, gigantic, rotting, live lamp.
Starting January 1st, I'm going to start calling it a lamp.
Yeah, that's what you should do, bro. What do you mean, my lamp?
That's my lamp.
My big green lamp?
What do you got going on this weekend?
Oh, man.
Besides winning parlays.
Winning parlays. That's what we're doing. That's what we do, bro. Yeah. I'm pretty fired up. So I'm glad we're on the stream together because you and I got to figure this out. Last week, we took our $8,000-something bank. I did the prep that I normally do Saturday night. So we could, and you did and you came up with a bunch of parlays Saturday night.
Yeah.
I was thinking Sunday I was going to be hammering them. I have like 2 hours on Sundays with the kids and shit. And Kate fucking hates it, by the way. I'm like, all right, sorry, I got to go place large amounts of bets for groups of people.
How's she been dealing with the Sundays?
Not fun. It's not good. Yeah. And then like any amount of money that we're about to like win, she's like, well, when do you get it and how does it go towards the family?
Oh, so we're not ever going to get it, and it's never going to the family.
It's a no-win situation.
It's fun.
But with the full 2 hours dedicated and the 2 hours of prep work, I was only able to spend like $3,000.
Right.
Like you just couldn't do.
We ended up losing like a couple $100, right? So we're still slightly over $8,000.
We lost $500 ish.
Yeah. So we went from like 8.7 to 8.2 or 8.6 to 8.1 or whatever. Yeah.
But we won a bunch of parlays. Had we laid all the cash on the tabs, who knows? Look, it doesn't matter. We're gonna hit. I'm playing golf today. I'm excited about that. Gonna go see PFT's tattoo.
Freshly tatted PFT.
What's the best way to care for a tattoo is to get air on it with your golf swing. Fast air.
I saw a lot of comments being like, "Cover that up, PFT.
Cover it up, man."
He's gonna go swimming. Yeah.
He's gonna go swimming. Yeah, so we're gonna go hit the golf course, which I was like, yes, and then I was like, it's December, so hopefully it's nice. But I'm excited. Yeah, man. And then fucking just Christmas shit, just dad shit. I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's
gonna be good. I was in the alley the other day smoking a cig in the evening, and I saw some migrants coming through the alley, so I said, "Oh, it's time for me to finish that cigarette and get in."
You want one? Did you offer them one?
No, just I don't like to talk to people, and
I don't like to talk to immigrants.
They were like, "No, just all people."
Right.
And they were like,
immigrants are people.
It was
too.
ladies. It was 3 ladies, and they were like, "Amigo, hey amigo," and I pretended I didn't hear them. I just started walking faster. I didn't know what they wanted from me. What could they have wanted from me? Sex in the alleyway.
Something friendly. Yeah.
Naturalization. Anyway, let's get into the news.
Yeah, we don't have a clip, but we have like 8 stories today. I'm just going to retweet this real quick.
Yeah, throw that retweet out there, bro.
Okay. All right, repost, and then some sort of macho man thing. All right, I'll do a newsy one first, and there's a lot of goofy ones today.
News it up.
Guess what? It turns out Russia hasn't just been hacking us, but it's been hacking the UK and British politicians for years as well, according to the UK.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, not just us. You're not going to believe this, but one of the cyber attacks they stole data to was linked to the UK's big 2019 elections.
Man, what? So Russia is like a permanent Burger King. They're always number 2. Like when your focus is not necessarily on your own country and it being the best it could be, but instead realizing that you'll never be number 1, so fucking with number 1, that's a very, I don't know if it's like admirable in some respects. It's good to know who you are.
I have a take on it. Russia's, of course, denying it, but I'm similar to you. Russia's being like, "What election hacks?
What? What are you talking
about?
No
way.
Focused on us.
No way. It's us." But I have a take similar. I think that, like, obviously we spy a lot. We have the CIA. The UK spies a lot. They have MI6 and whoever, probably some other alphabets and things we don't even know about. But I think Russia's like the best spiers and they're the most passionate. And I think to get spied on by Russia is kind of like a term of endearment. It's kind of like a romantic in a way because they love spying so damn much. And if they're spying you, you're doing something right.
Right. Yeah. You haven't made it till Russia's spying on you.
That's what they say. I mean, that's
you've really made it once they've poisoned your underpants.
Yeah. That maybe you made it too far. You don't want to get to you got to find a medium between.
Have you, there's been a ton of media out about Robert Hansen.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, so like I went down, maybe it was like 5 years ago. I went down a rabbit hole looking for true crime shows, found like on Prime, like deep in, Prime is a streaming service, deep in Prime.
Yeah, thanks for the Thursday night football games and then that one Friday night game or whatever. Thanks, Prime.
Right. Other than that, it's just a butt festival.
Well, it just cuts in and out. I hate their football coverage. But
yeah. Well, Al Michaels getting paid more than the players, but deep, there's like this crime show, like episodic. So each episode's a different crime. Robert Hansen, most famous U.S. spy of all time. He's the dead drop guy who lived in Vienna and was spying for the Russians for like 25 years, dude.
Oh, he's not.
No. That was Woodward and Bernstein. That was a different thing. This is in the 90s and the 2000s. He was at the FBI, trading secrets to the Russians, getting people off, just getting people murdered, bro.
Well, he's also, getting himself off, probably paying for escorts and stuff.
Most messed up part about it. No. Hardcore Christian, hardcore Catholic, but his buddy, his best friend, went to Vietnam. He didn't go to Vietnam. I guess he felt bad about it. So to make up for it, he would send his buddy nudes of his wife.
Oh.
Yeah. As if like to say like, you're a true American hero. You deserve this.
Right.
And his buddy,
I was scared to go to war. Here's my wife.
It's the least I can do as a patriot. You deserve this.
I wish I had 3 wives. I'd send all of them.
You were over there committing human rights atrocities, and silly old me, I was here with my bad foot, marrying women,
enjoying
having sex with them. Yeah, take a peek. So apparently, Hansen was so fucked up. A hardcore Catholic, like church during the week Catholic, like church at lunch Catholic. He would sometimes bring his butt over like if his best buddy, as they got older, was staying with him, he would then bang his wife and like leave like a paint bucket for his buddy to stand on outside their window.
He's like Bubba the Love Sponge.
He's like Bubba the Love Sponge. Yeah. It's fucked up.
Interesting.
Fucked
yeah,
up.
I mean,
sorry, Russian spies. You were saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the whole story. It's just I think they love spying so much, and it's cool to get spied on by them, honestly. But you know, they even have like programs. They're banned from the Olympics. These guys because they like force their athletes to take the best steroids, and they have intricate steroid like evasion programs and stuff.
But wasn't there just a different country that wasn't Russia that competed in the Olympics, right?
It was like the Republic of Russia. They allowed like certain, but they weren't allowed to have as many because like Russia's one of those countries that's like the U.S. has 400 people competing, China has 400 people, Russia has 400 people, and then everyone else is like 12, 8, 3.
Yes.
Now
Cameroon.
Yeah, 1. Now Russia's back to like the last couple Olympics. They've had like a third or a quarter of their, you know, like they have like 100 people instead of 400 people. But yes, they've been competing under a different name.
I think over there, certain countries like the U.S., it doesn't fucking matter if you win a gold medal, right? Like I guess. I mean, it's fine.
Probably for the medal, probably for the people that devote their life to it, but it's not like winning the Super Bowl, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you're Michael Phelps, think about the endorsement deals that pro athletes get.
Right.
And then think about
most of the gold medalists don't
get endorsement
profit a ton off of it. Yeah.
No, unless you're hot or like, you know, a freak of nature like Michael Phelps, you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna get the Wheaties box. In certain countries, you get fucking hooked up. Like there are certain countries that if you win the Olympics, you're a god there. There's a financial, I think Russia might be one of them. I think like the financial incentive for Russians to medal is nuts.
Well, especially in wrestling. If you gold medal in wrestling in Russia, you are set.
Dude, let's see.
Figure skating, set.
Oh, set, bro.
Yeah.
Set. Dude, that was a good point you were making earlier about the spying, like how like we have like a deep down low love affair spy situation with Russia.
Yeah, it's creepy and romantic. Yeah.
It kind of bleeds into our battles on the ice in figure skating and our battles on the mat in gymnastics, dude.
You better believe there's some spying going on there to get like, you know, what are those guys' weaknesses, you know, all that stuff too. That's all tied together. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole story. Shocking, I know. The Federal Security Service, which is the successor to the KGB, has been accused by the UK government officials very recently this week of, you know, years of spying and meddling in their elections. So, shocker.
How much you think you get if you win a gold medal and you're a United States citizen?
I think, isn't it like 10 grand?
No,
20?
It's more than that.
20 grand?
It's a teacher's salary. It's 37.5.
Okay. That's not bad.
22.5 for a silver. I don't even know why they pay for a bronze, but they do. It's 15,000. It's a Kia.
Okay. And then I guess what happens after that is you can certainly coach at the highest level of your profession anywhere. So like college coaching, swimming, whatever.
That's a good point.
So like you can parlay it into, if you're probably not going to get the Rolex deals and the underwear deals and the perfume deals and all that stuff, but you can certainly get hired by like a university with a 6-figure salary to be the head coach.
A rich kid's dad.
Private lessons. Yeah.
Russia, 61 Kazers. Okay.
Nice.
And they get gifted premium cars, 50 to 200 grand, luxury apartments, 500 grand to $1 million.
Whoa.
And other payouts, but that's not even close to the top, dude. Who you think's at the top there? Who you think is at the top of the Olympic payout situation?
China.
It's close, man. Chinese Taipei, $720K. Ooh. Singapore, baby, $737,000 for a gold.
Singapore, is that where the crazy rich Asians are from, or is that what?
That's where. Remember
that boat? Is that where that boat hotel is?
I think so. I think I think Wes's kid is part Singaporean or Singaporean.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
remember that kid in the 90s who like spit a piece of gum on the sidewalk and then got caned? It was like on the cover of Time magazine.
Singapore.
I think it was in Singapore. Very clean streets.
Yeah, don't be spitting gum in Singapore.
Don't want to do it.
So there you go. Russia's spying. Russia be spying. Very flattering.
Russia be spying.
If you ask me. I'll tell you what, though. The holidays are the busiest time of the year, are they not? Don't get stuck worrying about shipping orders, though. That shouldn't be something you worry about. That's not one you want. Let ShipStation do the heavy lifting for you so you or your team can put your time, money, and energy into more important things. Plus, when it comes to those inevitable holiday returns, ShipStation automates, recommends exchanges, and gathers customer feedback. So even if they bought the wrong size or color, they'll still get a great experience. Whether you're shipping from your house, which is nice, or multiple warehouses, ShipStation can increase your holiday profitability. Not to mention, ShipStation is incredibly easy to use, like simple. Don't be worried about that. You can easily automate shipping tasks and manage orders and returns in one simple dashboard. You can quickly and easily update crucial order information, reduce errors. It integrates effortlessly everywhere that you sell online, like I don't know, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and everywhere. ShipStation manages orders, prints labels, compares rates, optimizes every shipment, and automates delivery notifications. It's fantastic. Simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows. They have enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. So whether you've got a big company, small company, or you just like to ship a lot, ShipStation's robust automations and reporting make scaling easy. And as your business grows, you can save thousands of shipping costs. Like how about up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates?
No.
That's like Chinese Taipei payouts.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit more of that as soon as you're done with this ad.
Okay. Over 130,000 companies have scaled their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life because they love it. Let your customers shop risk-free this holiday with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use code HARDFactor today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. Free 60-day trial if you go to ShipStation.com with code HARDFactor. It's 2 months.
That's nuts, bro. Check it out. If you run a small business where you ship stuff, ShipStation now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Singapore, top payout, Olympic winner. Makes sense, right? Because what do you do if you want to turn a program around, Mark?
You inject money into it. You encourage people to compete.
You incentivize, yes.
Yeah.
You incentivize, right? Remember the bounty program?
Yeah.
Remember how good that defense was? Saints.
They were
Greg
headhunting.
Williams?
Yeah.
Headhunting.
That's got to still be going on though, right? Just
100%. 100% still going on.
They don't call it that, but
they just don't call it that. Bad name. Bounty program, terrible name. So in the 90s, Singapore was like, yo, we really need to step it up at the Olympics. Okay, we're a little country. It's a huge opportunity for us. We saw what Qatar did with the World Cup this year, right?
Right.
It's like that, but just there's not a lot of evil behind it except for the canings. So in the 90s, there was a huge rollout. President Yeo Ning Hong was like, we have to do better here. So here's the big plan. The Singapore National Olympic Council put together the multi-million-dollar award program. Okay,
yeah.
Acronym MAP.
Hell yeah!
This is in the 90s. So these guys are way ahead of their time. They realize the only way we're going to become world leaders in athletics is by paying these fools life-changing money.
Those little Singaporeans got off their asses when they heard that and started.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Out.
And they started working out, dude. They started working out hard. And how did that fare for them? Well, if you look at the statistics, Singapore has not won one gold medal.
What?
They've won 2 silver medals.
No,
I'm sorry. They did one gold at Rio. One in Rio. We're talking about a total of 5 medals. 5.
Oh, no.
5 medals in the history of their Olympic sports program. But from the 90s, dude. 1, 2, 4. No, 4.
See, I guess it's easy to put a program out like that when you know it's not going to be, it's not going
to work.
That's like when it's like offering, like, who was it that offered $1 billion if you had a perfect bracket in the March Madness, which is impossible. It was like Warren Buffett or someone. Yeah, I'll give you $1 billion if you get, all 190 games correct.
Right. Or Ring offered a fucking $1 million if you can prove aliens exist.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, it'd be fun to find a deep dive or do a deep dive on instances where that has backfired. It probably hasn't happened a lot, but once or twice it's backfired. Where
Pepsi, remember they did the documentary about it with the helicopter or whatever it was, the boat, and then they had to backtrack and be like, "Oh, it was satire. It was
satire.
It was satire."
All right, guys. I want to talk about Venice. We went to Venice, not together, but we've both separately been there independently with our co-host who's not on the show here, William Smith.
Yes.
Venice is great, right? It's the river city, the canal city. It's where you take the gondola, right? It's the famous gondolier. I think they wear it's like not a mime, right? It's red and white, right? Red and white striped shirts. They have
it's kind of mimey. Yeah,
it's mimey.
It's kind of like a mixture of like mime and like the Hamburglar from McDonald's.
100%.
Yeah.
What I'll tell you was similar between a gondolier and a hamburglar is you don't leave that gondolier on your girl.
No, they're so smooth. They can all sing like in Italian.
Same with the hamburger.
When the moon is, hey, how about you get off here? And,
dude, all they're doing is fucking pushing boats. They're ripped too, all day long.
In great shape,
bro.
Tight out.
Do never arm wrestle a gondolier. You get fucked up.
Side note: I saw a story about. This is hilarious. I believe it was. I know it was Asians, and I believe it was in the gondolier ride. And
that's what we're talking about.
Oh,
oh no, different. Save your story. 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 Okay.
Right. Okay.
You save your story.
I'll save it.
You better save that one.
I'm gonna save it.
All right. So we're in Venice. Okay.
Okay.
And there's some Chinese tourists there in Venice enjoying the sights, the sounds. St. Mark's Square. A lot of fun if you ever go there. Buy a bag of pigeon feed, throw that pigeon feed onto your boys or your girls or your friends, your moms, your dad's feet. They'll just get fucking eaten by pigeons. It's like Chinese tourists swarming to Venice, but pigeons to your travel mate's feet.
A lot of pigeons, selfie sticks. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And Chinese love selfies. They love selfie sticks. It's true. Not #1 country for selfies. You want to guess the #1 country for selfies, Mark?
U.S.
Japan. Wish.
Japan.
No, bro, it is what you think that it is. We are what you thought that we were. It's an Asian country. It's the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay. Philippines. Yeah. I didn't think that. By the way, I saw a comedian who was like, "What do you do with all those pictures?"
Dude, it's a hobbyist thing. I'll tell you what. So like in the 70s, there was like a trope, right? Japan is super technologically developed country, like beat the shit out of us in tech. So it made sense. Like they have great cameras. Their tourists are taking pictures. In the 70s, that was like a thing. You'd like see a guy, middle-aged man, dressed in like, khaki shorts, tucked in polo, taking photos with like a, interchangeable lens camera, DSLR or something, or an SLR. That now we've learned is behavior that serial killers exhibit. We didn't know it then.
That's like Wes. That's like Wes is the difference between a bird watcher and a pervert with like the goggles with the binoculars. Yeah,
exactly.
When he looked like a real creep. Yeah,
it's the power of SIGs.
Yeah.
By the way, Singapore $200,000 if you win a gold. Anyway, that's not the point. We're in Venice. Chinese tourists. They're on this gondola. The gondolier's like, "Yo, this next turn is a doozy. Sit your asses down." And these Chinese tourists, I don't know if they don't speak Italian or what, but they were not listening. Okay, he was doing a maneuver under a bridge, and it required maximum balance of weight on board, and they were just ignoring him. Instead, they were standing up and taking selfies.
They were luckily short enough that they could probably not get decapitated from the bridge. But most countries, you don't want to be standing when they're going under the bridges in Venice.
But what happened? They tipped the boat.
Yeah,
they tipped the boat, Mark. And I mentioned they're Chinese tourists. I don't speak. Well, that's not true. The screams were in Mandarin, okay? For most of the audience, you wouldn't be able to understand that, okay? I'm not talking down to you. I'm just saying. I know that most of our audience does not speak Mandarin. Luckily, through a recent sponsor, I've been learning a little Mandarin, okay? And I translated for you. So I'm going to play the video, and you're going to hear first the screams in a foreign language, and then NPR interview style. That's going to turn down, and then you're going to hear the translation of what they're actually saying. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God, the water's freaking freezing. The water's freaking freezing.
Oh my God. Oh, it's
oh my
so
God,
cold.
The water's freaking
so
freezing.
Cold.
Something's touching my butthole. Is that you? Somebody's touching my butthole.
Hey, whose butthole is that?
Something's touching my butthole.
Get us out of here. There's a diaper.
Oh my God, what's that touching my butthole?
I think I'm touching someone's butthole. I should have never let you take me to Venice. Did you get the photo? Oh, I'm freezing.
Something's touching my butthole. Oh my God, what's that touching my butthole?
Oh man, they're not having a good time.
Yeah, wow. No, they're not.
So that was an NPR from Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it was NPR style. But yeah, it was Philadelphia NPR.
Yeah.
It always happens whenever a group gets tossed in the water, unexpectedly, someone ends up just instinctively grabbing a butthole.
Hands are fluttering under the water.
Hands are fluttering.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty great, man.
That's awesome. That is the story I was thinking of. I just thought it was in Vegas for some reason.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, but anyways.
Anyway, real quick, guys, there's a huge opportunity that you have coming up right now, and you got to listen to me because time is getting tight. But you can nail a dope gift for a loved one. How? Paint Your Life. What is Paint Your Life? It's pretty simple. It's a service where you submit a photograph, okay, and they paint that shit. What? Why do I need that? Well, because you don't have one.
Right.
You got a lot of photos, but there's not a painting in your house. There's just not. And if there is one, it's not one of you or a loved one or a pet or you graduating. It's not one that your grandma's going to care about or your girlfriend or your mom. You want to fuck your mom up? You want to fuck her up? Paint Your Life. Get a painting of you and your siblings. You don't even need to be together. Send 3 photos in, one of you, one of your sibling, and one of your sibling, and say, "Hey, artist, paint it." You know what they're going to do? They're going to paint it. They're going to weep, and then
the moms are going to weep.
Mom's going to weep, and then dad is going to be like, "Whoa, I raised them right." Or if you have 2 moms, it's going to be a weep festival. You got 2 moms weeping over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's awesome, bro. You get to pick your artist. You get to pick your medium, right? You can get acrylic, you can get watercolor. It's 100% money back guarantee. So if you don't like the painting, it's absolutely free. And with our code right now, you can get 20% off, which is absolutely insane at Paint Your Life. All you got to do is open up your phone. Okay, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
And then you're going to text the word factor to 8. Why don't I have the number in front of me?
87204.
That's what 87204. You're going to text the word factor 87204. They're going to text you back. You're going to get a code, 20% off, plus free shipping. Pretty simple. PaintYourLife.com. Message and data rates apply. But you can do it now. It's affordable. You get the 20% off with their discount. It's
free shipping.
Free shipping.
And little is 2 weeks, so my math says you're still good.
Get after it now.
Hey, Pat, do you know who Liv Morgan is?
Liv Morgan. Sounds British. Don't know.
Yeah, she might be, actually. I didn't expect you to. She's a WWE wrestler, okay? And she's a cute blonde, right?
I mean, as far as WWE wrestler, she's no Zap from American Gladiators, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. She's, but she's cute. She's appealing to a lot of people. She has millions of social media followers. Big time, right? She's a celebrity. She's approaching A-list, whatever. She's been the champion recently and one of the top stars, the most popular and hardcore wrestling fans. They get horned up for her, right? That's what they do. These guys, yeah.
Yeah, whoever introduced they're called the Divas, right?
They used to be. I had to look that up. They definitely were from the 90s until recently. They're trying to get rid of that term because I think divas were mostly used for only the cute wrestlers, and so they weren't around in the
90s. Were they around in the 90s?
I think it started in the 90s. Yeah, the divas.
I mean, Miss Elizabeth was around in the 90s.
Yeah, and like Sable and like the Tammy Lynn Sitch, who was banging Shawn Michaels behind her boyfriend's back, who she came in the business with, and she just got sentenced to 17 years for DUI manslaughter, her 7th DUI.
7th DUI, dude.
Yeah, she was the #1 back in the day. Tammy Lynn Sitch.
Was China a diva?
See, I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Like they labeled like only the cute ones divas. China was like a wrestler.
China was just one of the guys.
Yeah, she was.
China was a fierce competitor. She was a tough beat, is what she was.
I think she was like men's intercontinental champion at one point. Yeah, and she has a sex tape too with X-Pac.
No, I know. I mean,
she's
if your name,
R.I.P. to her.
Yeah, if your name, she's dead. Johnny Lawler.
Yeah, China died.
If you're named after a place, it's kind of, one night in.
She was jacked. I think she body slammed Mark Henry. Obviously, he jumped up for that. But we're on the same page. She's a cute girl, right? She's a diva. We'll call her a diva.
Yeah, she's a. They do this. They take someone who has a body that can wrestle, and then they plastic surgery the fuck out of it until it gets middle America horny.
Yeah, they know that all of their 20-year-old to middle-aged men that have no chance that are going to be horned up.
You see her though? She's blonde and the tits.
I love her. I love Liv. Now that we've covered that, you probably are aware of this one, but there's a TikToker who does videos, and he's famous for, he goes up to couples in malls and places, and he asks to go through their phones. He's like, how long have you been together? Do you trust each other? If you do, why don't we go through each other's phones and see if anyone's cheating on each other on social media?
Nope.
Well, that guy has a popular series with that, and inevitably one person is caught cheating. Usually, otherwise it's not a good video. Usually, it's discovered via Snapchat, not like Twitter or Instagram DMs. Usually, it's always Snapchat. So you've got Liv Morgan, 29-year-old, millions of guys obsessed with her, and this TikTok guy who stops couples to see if they're cheating in the mall. Let's take a quick look at a clip that he posted related to the two.
How long have y'all
Please
been
narrate.
together?
7 years. Right?
What are we looking
Maybe
at?
5 years. 8 years. 8 years, sorry.
Do y'all trust
These
each
are-
other 100%?
Yes.
These are pre-diabetics.
Maybe
or
test that theory.
diabetics.
50 maybe.
I guess.
I hate this guy. I know
Swap
the guy.
phones. Is that fine?
Yeah.
No,
We're
he's
gonna
not
go
gonna
through
take it.
Snapchat.
Look at Snapchat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey man, she passed the test, bro. We're gonna go through this one, all right?
I passed the test. It's right
We're
here.
gonna see if he passed the test. Who is Liv Morgan?
WWE wrestler.
Can we look through the chat?
Not now.
So
This man is
why didn't I hear from you?
an IT professional.
Because they
Talk
sent
to me,
stuff.
Robert.
They sent stuff. I didn't reply back because I asked if she a WWE wrestler. She's like, yeah. And then she kept asking all these questions.
Let's keep swiping up. We gotta look through the history. Are you single? Do you have children?
Probably didn't answer us. I thought it was stupid.
The wife's
You
reading all the
did.
messages.
Yeah,
You
did.
get all of your fans. You get to know all your fans.
Yeah.
Hello, handsome. Just trying to holler at you. You been texting her back?
Nope.
Yep. Yes, you have.
Well, a little bit, but I didn't pay no attention to her.
Wasn't paying any attention. He's looking at him like, you piece of shit. Why did you do this to me?
Yeah.
Do we keep checking or?
Overweight
No,
50-year-old
there's
nerd.
gonna be more shit on there.
There's gonna be more shit on there.
Oh,
Look at
no,
the look. Look at the
uh,
look. Look at the look he gives this guy.
Hey, y'all come here.
Thanks for ruining my relationship. Which is often what he
Okay.
does. So,
Okay, so those two, Mark, those two, they're a buffet owner's worst nightmare. Those two.
Yep. Both of them.
I mean, that guy is into some. He's into some certain types of porn. He's got that vibe to him. He also is a gamer. You can tell he does D&D or some sort of role playing game. There's no doubt about it.
They're also a chair cushion's worst nightmare and a couch with the
Oh my
farts.
god, they would, dude. They would take a chair cushion to the brink.
That's a farty house. Fool.
their toilet seat budget at that house is huge, man. Through the roof. A big fat couple. Big, huge fat couple.
Old.
Early 40s, middle 40s. No one wants to fuck them.
No. So in fact, what happened?
That's okay, by the way. It's okay to be that. Just
so
the diva ain't trying to. This ain't the diva, right?
it's not the diva. It's a
There's
fake,
no way.
It's a fake Liv Morgan account that everyone on the internet immediately called out. Liv Morgan then got on the thing and was like, "Whoa, definitely not me." Like, and then the fake Liv Morgan account that has like 6,000 followers instead of 6 million was like, "Oops." So this guy was texting a fake Liv Morgan. And he thought he had a chance with 29-year-old megastar. Yeah,
man, that's such a tough piece of context to explain to your lady. I mean, he really didn't do anything wrong.
he's like, she's on my list of celebrities that you said I could hook up with.
Dude, I feel like if a celebrity DMs you randomly, there's a level that you're allowed to take it to where your spouse or partner could look at it and be like, all right.
Hey,
yeah, sure.
Hey, Dale from Iowa. I want to.
Hey, Big Dale.
I noticed you.
Hey, Dungeon Master Dale. Love the handle.
Loved your post at the buffet.
Yeah. Most of your posts are at the buffet.
I love that post. You get kicked out of another buffet. Really.
Yeah.
It's really
Take it to the
inspiring.
internet. Live internet comment. Jared says they helped with all 22 million at Red Lobster shrimp all you can eat. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Tough for that guy because most of the videos are like they're actually cheating, and this is one guy that had a fantasy with Liv Morgan and got busted for getting duped by a fake account. So he got it's tough.
Man, people really need to educate themselves on the law. You can walk away from that scenario, pull that guy aside, and be like, "I do not consent for my images to be released."
Right.
And
some of them might be scripted too. Who knows? Because they get views. Obviously, they're interesting.
probably.
I mean,
The way she said, "Nah," because there's more shit on there. That was real.
The look he gave, I wish I could. Let me see if I can do it without volume at all, and just like the face he gives him at the end.
How long have y'all been together?
You would too. He's saying essentially.
Yeah, it's right here, like at the end. Watch the look he gives him as he walks away. He's like, Yeah. So here she's saying she doesn't need to look anymore because she's seen enough, and there's probably more cheating going on. And here's the look he gives this guy, like he wants to fucking kill him.
You piece of fucking shit.
He's so mad.
You know what she reminds me of now? She reminds me of a cast member on 90 Day Fiance. That's what she's like.
Yes.
Yeah, those vibes.
But they're both the ones that are marrying a hot younger person. So somehow they must have gotten both jilted, and then they met up and like
exactly. I mean, no, they're perfect for each other.
Yeah. Well, except for he's a piece of shit.
He's just being a dog.
He's a dog. Well, he loves texting fake Liv Morgan, and they say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. But as a freelancer, there's always the dreaded back office work that comes with it. Ugh. But with Collective, you can focus. Gross. Collective lets you focus on growing your business of one while letting their tax experts focus on your accounting and bookkeeping. Collective is the all-in-one financial solution for self-employed entrepreneurs that lets you focus on your passion, not that lousy, boring, stinky paperwork. Let Collective handle all the back office work you dread, like business information, compliance, taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and even payroll. No thanks. The best part is it's at a fraction of the cost of CPA, so you don't need to hire a CPA. You can just do Collective. Collective specializes in S corps. You're probably like, oh, I have one of those. A tax election that saves its members an average of $10,000 per year. If your business of one is making at least $60,000 in profit annually, then you could be missing out on thousands in tax savings every year. And for a limited time, Collective's waiving the onboarding fee. They're like, you know what? You don't even need to do the onboarding fee. When you go to when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you, they'll be like, no onboarding fee for you. That's $199 value for free when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you. Please go to collective.com/hardfactor and let them know Hard Factor sent you.
Tell them the boys sent you.
Yeah. I'm gonna be down here with Hard Factor jerking them off.
Speaking of which, if you have $400, you can get George Santos to cameo you now. I watched a bunch of his cameos today.
Did he up it? I thought it was 200.
No, it started at 75, then went to 200. Checked it today. 400 for Mr. Santos.
I don't want to pay that. We missed the boat. 200 would have been fine, but I don't know.
It's so lame, man. We're just supporting his legal bills. I want to watch him fry. Mark, I'm going to put up a photograph of some birds. I want you to let me know how they make you feel.
You must think I'm Will. Oh, horrific.
Yeah, those are barred owls. What is that? Is there any emotion that brings up?
I'm terrified of that owl.
Wonderful. That's perfect. And they are fucking terrifying, Mark.
Yeah.
The barred owl is a terrifying fucking owl that will curse you. Do not cross its path. If you see one of these in the fucking woods, and goddamn, if you're in the woods, you probably took psychedelics, you're going to have a bad trip with that fucker looking at you, bro. Yeah. Like, you just know it's ominous. Yeah, it's black, dead eyes. It's 360 exorcist head.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Owls are fucking evil. And good news. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is asking for hunters to kill 500,000 of them.
Whoa.
That's right. They're calling on you, hunters who might be freaked out by owls. This is your shot.
Get a night scope.
You got to get a night scope. Well, no, they're asking that you do it with a specific type of gun. They're getting real specific here. But why? Why is the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service asking for hunters to murder 500,000 barred owls?
Hollow points. We want to leave no doubts.
Yeah. No, you want to see these things explode. You ever seen an owl explode at 200 yards?
It's awesome.
It's fucking great.
To hair. I don't know, Pat. Why?
Why? Dude, because they're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They're fucking assholes.
Eating all the cute animals and cats and mice and rabbits and
Well, there's the northern spotted owl, Mark, okay? And those guys are supposed to be there. Okay, they're like indigenous people, Europeans, early Europeans, okay, in the Pacific Northwest. And the barred owl has been rolling in there and fucking their shit up since the 1950s. They came in the 50s, and they now outnumbered the northern spotted owl across Washington, Oregon, and California. They pose such a threat to northern spotted owls because they're more aggressive and they have a varied diet. They'll eat anything. They'll eat insects. They'll eat frogs. They'll eat fish. They'll even eat other birds.
It's like a Japanese hornets thing, or the hornets that go in and take out all the other bees and hornets. Yeah.
Right. They don't give a shit.
No.
They will. Yeah. They don't give a shit. This is like if you're in like a very closed religious community, right, where like a huge onus and on purity is put and sex and stuff, and then like a van of prostitutes come in and just give it up to anyone.
Yeah.
Right. You can kiss your covenant.
Death prostitutes. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they're large. They're bigger too, and territorial, so they're mean. And dude, the northern spotted owls are just fucked, and they're essentially going to their teacher, the Fish and Wildlife Service, and be like, "Hey, teacher, help us."
Yeah.
Because these barred owls are fucking us up.
Can you pull my underwear off my head?
I can't see. Can't fly real good. Can't find food real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. They're suggesting that hunters use a large bore shotgun
Okay.
To be substituted for capture and euthanasia. So they want you to shoot them. But yeah, you're going to get a permit. I guess it's going to be $20,000 the first year, and then it's going to go up from there. You got to wait. You got to wait till 2025 potentially. Hunters, don't go out there shooting them now, but you'll get your shot. You get your chance.
You'll get your shot. There's so many people that are going to go sign up for this. This is hilarious.
Dude, just fucking crushing scary ass owls with a gigantic Elmer Fudd shotgun. I think so.
Owls are so smart, though. This is going to be interesting. Early on, it's going to be advantage humans with the shotguns, of course, but these owls might adapt a little bit.
They're going to learn.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. You know how sometimes right before a live show, like we do, you're fucking around sometimes, maybe doing or saying something silly AF, and like 3, 2, 1, straight face, like right, you're right before you go live. You have to,
I call it going to zero, Mark, and it's part of my training.
Yes, we can do that. We've trained to do that. It's like an anchor man, the first one, not the bad one, where they're like talking shit to each other. He's like, "I'm punching the baby maker," and she's like, "Your hair's silly," right up until the show, and then and then they're like, "Oh, you don't like they do the show." It's like that. Ron Burgundy, Veronica Corningstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had an anchor man at the BBC news station. Check out BBC presenter Mariam Moshiri when she went live this week. Oops.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
What was that?
Whoa, dude. That was like an angry teenager whose mom turned around after they said they couldn't go to the party.
What was she doing?
She was flicking the camera, potentially the producers, the fuck off is what she was doing.
Let's say it one more time. So they have a countdown. There's 1 second left. And live. And Miriam's got a middle finger up. Oops.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
Whoopsies.
She's doing that cock her head to the side, purse her lips.
Yeah, she was flipping the bird to her producer, I would imagine, or someone. Might have even been playfully, although she looked pretty mad.
No, she was fucking mad, bro.
She mistimed it by a few seconds and went live with the bird.
Man.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, she's apologized. She's you can tell she's a veteran. Like she is. She's been doing this for a while. She's the chief presenter at BBC for whatever show, whatever hour news show that is. And she since apologized, saying she was just having a little fun with the team.
Oh, she's spinning it as having a little fun.
Right. But then she went on to say things like, it's like an everyday thing. Like they all say some really mean and sexist shit about 10 seconds before airtime. And I usually respond with the finger or some curse words seconds before we go live. I just mistimed this one. Come to think of it, they probably told me the wrong countdown on purpose.
Right. No, that's what's going on here. I wonder if they feel bad because it sounds like they're kind of pushing her to do this because she's out there. She can't do anything. She's probably got 10 voices in her ear and they're like, fuck you, miss. Fuck you.
You're fucking up.
You're fucking terrible. You're fucking terrible. Did you put on weight? Did you put on weight?
This is the
3,
show.
2, and then she gets blown and then the game's over. Kind of. The game's over.
They might have done the Band-Aid thing where it's like 3 and 2 and pull it on 2. They might have tricked her with the time.
She looked mad, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if she could see the countdown screen or not, but she blew that one. So I don't think she's gonna get fired. I don't know. She's having to apologize left and right, but we'll see. But hilarious story there. They definitely got way under her skin and she blew it.
Man, bummer. Second off, Mark, there's something really funny happening out of San Francisco. You want to talk about that, or do you want to talk about this insane TikTok wedding?
I want to do the TikTok wedding.
All right, let's talk about the TikTok wedding.
I know a little bit about it, and I like it.
Right. Okay. So it must have been a week and a half ago. My girl is like, "Do you see what's happening on TikTok?" And I'm like, "No, what's going on TikTok?" And this woman who no one knew came out of nowhere, right? Like not much of a social media following, and started dropping these videos of her wedding that were fucking insane. Like nutso wedding. Like
royal wedding.
Like royal wedding, big time. And to make it more suspicious and confusing, she's a Texan, okay, that no one's ever heard of. Yep. Madeline Brockway is her name, right?
It was kind of like Sweet 16 vibes, where she's trying to one up the other Sweet 16 girls throwing a big party, but no one knows who she is, type thing. Yeah.
Right. So some people estimated the wedding to give you here's what went down at it, right? So first of all, they started a bachelorette week at a luxury 5-star resort in Canyon Point, Utah. Lowest price for one night stay there, $3,100 a night. Okay,
that's
so
fun. That's fun for the friends.
Well, yeah, it's all covered by the bride apparently and her daddy.
Then it is okay.
Yes. Okay. Following that, whisked off to Paris. Okay, everyone gets flown to Paris on chartered jets.
Whoa.
They get to go to the Chanel Haute Concierge Suite, some fancy fucking hotel. Then they get to stay overnight at the Palace of Versailles. Okay, lowest per night at the Chateau de Versailles, $2,400 a night.
They're not going lowest.
No fucking way.
No.
Then, guess who plays their wedding? Maroon 5. Fucking Maroon 5, bro. And then, I don't know how they did this shit. I've never been to Paris, but there's a video of the Eiffel Tower, and then God knows how many drones it took to do that. The Eiffel Tower is fucking huge, but essentially, an Eiffel Tower-sized man and an Eiffel Tower-sized woman made of drone lights in the sky.
What?
Kissing with their fucking names. If that's what it's called, bro, I don't know.
The monsters?
No, I mean, it was like it was like an Olympic ceremony. It was like a drone.
Yeah, what?
It was like drone art. I don't know, man. It was crazy. Anyway, this is back on November 18th. Absolutely insane. So people are like, who the fuck is this? People were calling it the wedding of the century on TikTok. I don't know much about weddings. Never been married. But I heard about it, checked it out. I'm going on like these bridal wedding TikToks. And these women who rate dope weddings are like, this is better than, as you said, Mark, a royal wedding. Some experts put the estimates at 59 million. Some say 10.
59. I saw 56.
I'll tell you this much. To get Maroon 5 at your wedding is $1 million.
Oh, easily. Adam Levine's not getting out of bed for less than that.
Less than $1 million. I'm doing what with who now? Who are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so other thing is, where the fuck is this money coming from? Okay,
right.
We've seen big celebrities get married before, not at this scale. It's not oil money, bro. It's not tech money.
What else is there? Stock market?
It's our level of rich. It's the rich that we knew. This is what's confusing to me, which is,
what, do they take out a bunch of loans?
No, her dad owns a dealership, dude.
A car dealership?
A car dealership.
You can't pay for a $50 million wedding with a car dealership.
Apparently he can.
Does he own every car dealership?
He owns multiple dealerships. Yeah. He's like the leading Mercedes dealer in Florida.
Did you say he's a yacht dealer?
No, I said cars, bro. My dad owns a fucking dealership, bro.
Wow.
Which is rich. It's rich.
Yeah.
Those are the richest people we knew, but that's our class of people.
That's a $300,000 to $500,000 wedding.
Right. Yeah, that's maybe $1 million. Nice. Right, yeah, maybe $1 million. Yeah. But whatever. I guess, look, apparently the dude, I read this one place, I'm not sure if it's true or not. The mom works for Mercedes as well. Apparently, and they have some like decent real estate holdings, but they may have sold a part of their business or a large part of their business earlier in the year or the year before for like $100 to $500 million. Like they just got a big paycheck, right?
But still, they blew it on. By the way, Maroon 5 to get them to show up to your event and just do the bare minimum 2.5 million starting, 2.5 million and up. So to get them to go across the pond or to Europe or wherever, and probably
it wasn't a full band. It was okay. Yo, dude, fuck. I actually can get access to the dude that was playing with Maroon 5 is a friend of a friend. He's one of the guys in the band. It was just him and Adam. We should
get the rider and the invoice. Yeah.
We should ask. He won't tell me what they got paid, but maybe I can get like what the vibe was over there.
Can you do a hot and cold, like like $2 million?
I'm not that tight with him.
All right, okay.
And I have to go through other rich people to get to him. And rich people, they just don't get what it's like to not be rich.
Right.
Tell me how much.
Why do you care?
I need to know. I need to know what I'll never have. Okay, anyway. So dad owns a dealership. We've all known spoiled girls. Spoiled boys too, but more often than not, you see a spoiled girl gets dad to pay for an exorbitant wedding. Usually a divorce is imminent. That's usually what that means. Hey, I'm just saying. Makes sense. Dad maybe, it's not his only daughter, but he loves his daughter. Spends a butt ton of cash.
His favorite daughter. Yeah.
It's his favorite daughter. But it doesn't make sense if your fiance is facing 100 years in prison potentially. This is what doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is the part that's even crazier than the $50 million wedding, which is insane because they're car dealers. But this is the part that's the craziest.
This is what's nuts. So her husband or her fiance, Jacob Legrone, right? He, from looking at his Facebook, he looks like, also from like a pretty rich family. Party boy, went to I think he went to University of Mississippi. He worked in sports in some way, shape, or form. He was a production assistant for Jason Aldean. Okay,
oh,
and
nice.
Is that that's the guy who talks about trying stuff in a small town, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I guess back in March of last year, there was like a cosmic small town in Jacob Legrone's house because police on March 14th responded to multiple disturbance calls about a gun being discharged at Legrone's home. So I guess there was a bunch of people trying stuff in his own little small town there, and he's popping off. Cops got there, and Legrone opened fire on the cops.
Whoa,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the Washington Post reports that Legrone, quote, Legrone, quote, did intentionally and knowingly threaten imminent bodily injury to the officers and, quote, did use or exhibit a deadly weapon during the commission of assault, namely a firearm. Probably hammered drunk. Probably cops knocking on his door. Anyway, he pops off. This happens in March, bro. August, he's indicted on fucking gun charges that minimum of 5 years, maximum of 100 years. He's offered a plea deal for 25 fucking years.
Yeah, that's not good. So attempted murder on multiple police officers. The DA said, we'll give you 25 as a deal.
And dad's still in August.
Yep.
We got August to September, September to October, October to November. You got 3 months. And God, you have fucking 6 months from when he actually fucking did it.
Right.
Who is spending this cash for their daughter to marry this guy who's doing a 5-year bid minimum?
Yep.
He had to leave the honeymoon early to go to court in Fort Worth.
They went through with the wedding of the century with a guy who's going to be in jail for decades.
Okay, so they start dropping these wedding videos, dude. I wish Wes was on.
This dad's an idiot.
He's a fucking idiot, bro. Well, the kid's an idiot.
Great salesman, but this dad's an idiot.
Great salesman. So, okay, so everything's good with Jacob, right? Right, with this legal thing.
Hey, what's the DA offer him? Like 5 to 7? 25.
25, Daddy.
25.
25. Well, we do love after lockup, so we'll get him a good lawyer. I wish Wes was here. The wedding videos that they were putting out, and this is what really fucked people up, that this woman went from 0 to dropping like better than covering your wedding content on the internet. My guess it would be a $500,000 package or a $250,000 package at least, wedding video package. She's since deleted all of her social media. It's all gone.
Why? I just don't know why they went. I don't know why they went through with the elaboracy of the wedding. Like if she still loved him and wanted to get married, fine. But what are they doing with the drones and the video package? And like she had to know that. I mean, they're going to get divorced if he goes to jail for 25 years or more.
Well, even if he does 5, bro, 5 years is think about this.
They might survive 5.
But she's 26. He's 29.
Right.
Can you imagine what the difference is between you being 26 and 33?
5 would be very tough. They could do it, but anything 10 or over, and that's not going to last. I mean, it's just not. So
The
I guess
diamonds.
he was just convincing her. I'm sure they have a good lawyer, but I guess he was just convincing her that he's going to get off.
They do now. Maybe he was lying about the seriousness so he could get that good lawyer. I don't know. He had a bodyguard when he went to a hearing. Here's the best part. They're not talking. They took their social media down. The agency that planned this whole fucking thing, they pulled everything, which they don't want to do because this makes them look awesome. It's a Tiffany Gomez situation, bro. Everyone wants to talk to these people, and no one knows who the fuck they are or what's going on.
Is it fake? Is the whole thing fake, or is the records? He's been in court, right? There are records of his crime.
100% he's in court.
And
100% the wedding happened.
It doesn't make any sense to me. He must be a real smooth talker. And he also had the time of his life. I read that like while he's awaiting all these, I guess he left the honeymoon a little bit early, but he did a similar thing to the Bachelorette thing. And he was just fucking, golfing on the best golf courses and going on yachts and like just spending weeks in the most luxury things. Because he's like, if I'm going to jail, I might as well get this wedding of the century.
But he's not fucking paying for it. Let's say they're worth $200 million.
Right.
I could see peeling off 1.5 to have a great party before jail.
This fucks over the other daughters if they're not married so hard.
They're fucked, bro.
Because he just spent $50 million on dipshit number one's wedding with a guy who's going to jail. Like they're going to get the shittiest weddings now.
That's true. You got to be first.
What a selfish little brat she is.
Well, look, I'm more to come. I can't wait. I can't wait to find out, bro. I can't wait to find out.
That one's a while.
I
got one last one real quick.
Yeah, jump in there.
I saw this like right before the show. A tiger in a zoo in Pakistan was found with a shoe in its mouth on Wednesday when
oh no, dude,
a human adult.
It's not good, bro.
And then they're like, "What?"
You think at first it's just a shoe?
Who threw a shoe at this tiger?
Where'd he get that shoe? Oh my god, it's totally enclosed.
Yeah, so they went to the cleaners, saw the tiger chewing on a shoe at first, and then they were like, "Where'd the shoe come from?" They go into the next part of the enclosure and they see a half-eaten man, dead, mauled, half of him gone. Just like ribs sticking out, missing a head and arms everywhere.
How long do you think that tiger was chewing that shoe and trying to make eye contact with someone?
Yeah,
so
he was in play mode. He was in play mode at that point.
Yeah, just chewing the shoe.
Yeah, the shoe.
I don't know. Did I do something bad?
I'm in play mode now. He's covered in blood. The victim was not identified, although this is what remains of him. And I'm not a monster. I wasn't going to show you the body. It's covered in a sheet, but that underneath that sheet is a half-eaten man. And while they didn't identify the man by name, this is what really got my attention. A senior government official, Zahir Anwar, did give out some information about the man. And he said, quote, "Our assessment so far is that this appears to be a lunatic because a sensible person would not jump into the den." So not a lot of sympathy from government official Zahir Anwar, who's calling this guy an idiot.
Well, I mean, let's see. Is this in Pakistan?
Yeah.
Let's see what they pay for gold medals.
Right. What was this guy? This guy was trying to train for that.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's like it's on the line of the country that like is so thirsty for pride that they're going to pay for gold medals, or like publicly call one of their dumber citizens a dummy.
Right.
Like, well, this is not reflective of what a Pakistani stands
exactly.
for.
That's what he went on to defend. He's like, like the Cincinnati Zoo with that dipshit kid that climbed into Harambe's cage and the dipshit parents. He was trying to be like, it's not like that. It's not a string. This is a secure den. There are some stairs behind the den. I guess he jumped over the stairs and into the enclosure. He's a moron.
Yeah, dude.
That was the obituary from the government.
So Pakistan's Olympic history, real quick.
Yeah.
Total medals 10.
Okay.
And that's from 19.
That's Singapore.
Yep. Well, this is from 1948.
Okay.
I don't know when they were part of India, what it was. So 1948 to today, 10. We're talking 3 golds, 4 silver. I'm sorry, 3 golds, 3 silvers, 4 bronzes, mostly in men's field hockey. Mostly men's field hockey.
They're good at men's field hockey. Okay. And probably cricket.
Oh, they fuck at cricket, bro.
That's not.
I don't think that's an Olympic sport.
What we can't tell you his name, but we can tell you he was missing a chromosome or something, because who would do this?
Probably an Indian, not a Pakistani.
Yeah, exactly. No RIPs from that government official. Yeah.
I got one real quick one out of San Francisco that's just fucks. And by the way, guys, thank you for anyone that sent us ugly or pretty pictures. We're going to cover that next week when everyone's back. And high five next week. So
Big
it's a regular
five.
show today. Yeah. Big high five.
Real quick before you end the show, John Ram paid $600 million to join the Liv Golf Tour. He waited it out, got paid $600 million. Liv and PGA already have their thing together, so he's not under any scrutiny. And he won the Masters recently, so he can be in all the events. So good for John Ram. And today's the first day of Hanukkah. Happy Chanukah,
Happy
Chanukah. Or as at Harvard they call it, Christ killer's half-assed attempt at a good holiday, except with shittier gifts and no fun.
It depends.
That's what they refer
if
to it.
The
If you go to Harvard page, that's what they
is
refer to it.
active.
Right.
Just say that the genocide is. Anyways.
Bad
look. Okay. So obviously, San Francisco, huge Chinese population, massive. And I didn't know this, but it's been tradition that candidates for running for elective office, and if you haven't been to San Fran, it's an awesome city. It is a different. There's certain cities in this country that are like different countries culturally because it's such a melting pot where other cultures brought their culture and they sustain. It's awesome. But San Francisco is one of them. Like you could run into people who cannot and have never understood a word of English. It's not, they never read it. They just, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Like insular communities.
Yeah.
So apparently if you're running for office in San Francisco, it's traditional that you take a Chinese name to put it on the ballot, right? So that you're, I guess, a little bit more attractive to the non-English speaking Chinese community that's voting. And this is absolutely insane because the Chinese characters or the Mandarin characters translate into things like safety and pleasant, right? That's Brooke Jenkins. She took safety and pleasant. In 2010, Michael Nava, who ran for Superior Court judge, went with the name Li Xingping, which is correct and fair is the translation. So essentially,
has anyone gone as HAGFD?
Right, HAGFD or low taxes, free sex.
Yeah.
Right, you essentially get a sub headline for your name, and I guess it's become a problem there, to where they're cracking down on it. And in October, Democratic County Central Committee candidate Emma Heiken took the name Ma Hoi Khan in Cantonese, saying, "My friends and family had given it to me." But two of the characters, the equivalent of the first name, were the same as her opponent, Natalie Guy. Only Natalie Guy's been using that name since birth.
Right.
So Natalie
sounds like it, yeah.
Right, it's her real name.
Right. What? This is bizarre.
It's fucking bizarre. So the new rule is that if you have Asian birth names, you can use them on the ballots. But if you don't have a Chinese name by birth, you can only use it if you've been publicly known and identified by that Chinese name over the past 2 years.
Oh, you got to rep the name publicly.
So that's what I'm saying. So there's going to be
Yeah.
people, but it could be a huge swing. I mean, you think about like people vote party line. If you're an immigrant to a country or you're deep in a community and you're like, hey man, I'm already so insular in my community. Why am I voting? But if I am, I'm going to vote for the person that's
sure,
seemingly most friendly to my community.
Right.
There's going to be people like that.
Do they have to get Chinese symbol tattoos as well?
They do, one on each arm, Mark.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's going to be people who are identifying as Chinese ahead of elections 2 years. Think big, think long.
Yeah, you got a long play
to win that shit, dude.
What a hilarious stipulation.
It's just so funny that you could add Pat Cassidy, honest, huge dick.
Right. It's almost like a little bit of It's almost like a little bit of like a horoscope type thing at the end.
Exactly.
It's stupid. Yeah.
And you get to pick your own. Anyway, both of those were lies. That's the end of the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate you. We did the 2-man. It was fun, Mark.
Yeah, hell yeah. I like
the 2-banger. It's
look
the weekend.
Look at us at 1 hour and 4 casual. Could have done another one, but we're gonna
look at us, man. It's like we've done this before.
Right.
Yeah. That's the show. Any big announcements? I don't think so.
No, I mean, I hope that everyone's getting their holidays in order and they have, not a lot of stress and get to see friends and family and all that stuff. And everyone's doing good. We love you guys, right?
Yeah. And get out there, have a great fucking weekend.